Hiya, this is the daily analysis for Thursday the 8th of April 2010. We're looking at the chart towards the end of the day of the 7th of April, looking towards the 8th. This is the euro dollar on the daily. I said to you last night if this got back to 13400 to short that. I'm all personally already short from 135.28, I think. So if it got back to 13400, it would be a good place to short. It got back to the pip, so if you took that, then you're about 60 odd pips in profit now, 64, and just leave it go. But you stop in, take a third out, pat yourself on the back, say well done, and I just leave it go. Be very careful down here at the same time, because we are at the low of, well, the low was 132.67. The low of the close was just under 133.04. So tomorrow, if it got back there to 13400, I'd short again. For those of you who are not in it, probably go to 133.8, between 133.80 13400. I'd look at that. There's news out tomorrow about the euro. We got the interest rate announcement, and then you have the conference 45 minutes after. The euro tends to move more for the conference rather than when the rate decision comes out, and obviously they'll be talking about Greece, and this thing could go be one big roller coaster. So be careful. If you're in profit on the euro, mind it, put your stops in. If you are not in the euro yet, I would wait until that news came out tomorrow. Pound dollar. I said to you last night, nobody knows where this is going. It's now 2 pips below where it opened. A minute ago it was smack bang on to the pip of where it opened. Still inside that trend line. If I show you on the weekly, this is called a bull flag, where what we've got is we've got this area here, and we're now in a trending channel. If you had pinged off this channel, you would be up 337 pips. If it goes over here, you could be looking at 700 to 900 pips if you'd got in off of here. If it does still go up, but we know we've got the 8 EMA, the 21 EMAs here. We've got a Bollinger Band, the 89 EMAs there. So be very, very careful with this one. I'm going to show you now how I personally traded this today. If we go back here, where are we? If we go back here to today, this morning, when this came out, we were in a consolidation area here. I didn't take this. There was nothing really here for me on the MT4 platform. We got in here, consolidation. I got filled at 122.26. I think I got filled. Then waited for the retrace to move my stop to 2 or 3 pips above that. I think I'm moving my stop to 52.30. Price moved down, price retraced, came to 52.11. I probably put it to 52.15, and I just moved my stop down as price came down. Price came down, retraced, price came down, little retrace there. I think I only moved it halfway when it retraced a little bit. Came down 51.70, and I got taken out. I think about 51.74. I think I got taken out on this. I should really have moved my stop down here, but 66. Went into another consolidation period, so waited for that, and it broke. I got filled at 51.86. I think I got filled there. Waited for your pull back. Then as price moved up, I moved my stop with it. Price came up, came down. Thought I would get taken out here. I didn't. Price started to pull away again. I left my stop where it was. Oh no, actually I didn't. I moved it up a few pips to 51.97. I left price pull away. There was also on the swanky DMs, there was no real sellers. There was a little bit here, no real sellers coming in the market. It was as blue as it could be. So there was no reason to think that this was coming down. Again, moving my stop up with it, and then move my stop up here. I got taken out at 152.55 or 55. I think I got filled. So I should really have put it right when I saw it. We had a double bottom and it pulled away. I should have put it up to 152.58, but I didn't, and I got taken out there. But that is how I play that. The whole trend, the swanky trend was all blue the whole way up. The swanky DM, there was no sellers coming in. You can see here sellers were starting to come into the market. Price came down, you know, and we were just setting new highs of the day, and you know, here we go. So that's how I traded the pound dollar today, because when people don't know where the pound dollar is going, when it's in a range bars are great for that. 5 or 6 range on the range bars with the swanky indicators are brilliant. The dollar Swiss, again, it pulled back. This was not so much in correlation with the euro today. The dollar Swiss are in correlation normally over 90% of the time. Today it was just over 40%. If we get a pullback to 107.00, I would long this. I'm not in this trade at the moment. I was waiting for a pullback. It never came. 107 would bring us around here. We'll probably get a spike off the 365 EMA, which is enough for me. If it touches that, I would go long the dollar Swissy. Now we've got the euro yen. Euro yen, I said to you last night I was removing my order at 125.00 to go long. I was going to place it at 124.00 to go long. I've actually cancelled that order because I'm short on this pair today. I said, well, if I think it's going to go down to 124.00 and that's over 100 pips away, I might as well get a bit of this. So I entered this. I also entered this on range bars, which I will show you how I did that. This is where we are now, 124.38 on range bars. We had a consolidation period here. I got filled 125.18. I think I took it. We were coming out here. I knew it was going down. We were starting to get red. More sellers were starting to come into the market, as we can see on the swanky DM. Let it pull back. I left my stop here for a while we were in another consolidation period. I mean, you could draw another fridge, as some people like to call them, over this, and you can see that price just stayed in this range for a while. Pulled out a little bit here, but pulled out a little bit, but went back in, came out of the range, and then down she went, and she is now 39 pips away from 124.00. I'm still in this, again moving my stop down as price made a new low. Price made, as you can see, it made a new low here, so my stop would have gone here. Price made a new high. My stop would have been here. My stop now is at 124.71 because that is a support and resistance area from the previous day. So actually it's 124.72. I'm giving this a bit of wiggle room to move around. I think this probably will go down a bit more. If by the time I'm going to bed it's still down around here, I'll probably tighten my stop to 124.61 and just give it a little bit. And if I wake up in the morning, I'm taking out. I have to make a few pips if I don't. It's a nice surprise when you wake up for your breakfast, isn't it? Okay, what do we got now? Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, I said to you yesterday, it had broken out. Today it's more or less to the pip of where it opened on the daily candle. We've got employment news out at 2:30 in the morning GMT. If it is better than expected, it's going to go up. If it's worse, it's going to go down. I'd wait until that news came out before I would think about entering it. If it pulls back to 22.30, I'm in long. If it pulls back to 22.30, which is around this trend line, I'm going long on this. I will probably place an order. I'll probably place an order before I go to bed, and I'll probably give it a fair bit of a stop, maybe 30 pips or something, and we'll see what that's like. I'll just check that before I go to bed. What do we got now? We got the euro pound. Again, this is coming down. Again, I said to you last night, if this went back to 88.00, then this was that was an entry point for a short. It went to 88.12, so you would have been had a drawdown of 12 pips before you went into profit, but now you would be in 45 pips profit. Tomorrow, if it pulls back to that again, is another area to go short. There's news again on both these pairs tomorrow, interest rate news. There's a lot of news tomorrow, so be very careful with this. If you